And inside this ute, we've got saggy, I don't know if you can see that, saggy roof lining there, and saggy roof lining there, a bit saggy up there. So this, and it's also coming off at the front. So I'm going to try and clean that one up. It's got a bit of grime on it, but it's not sagging. There's no saggy areas in this one, so I'll clean this on up as best I can, and that can go on ratchet, second ratchet should I call it. What I've also noticed is both these utes only have like a single holding handle. I'd like to see if there's any handle parts on the frame to have two handles, and if there's a place there like this but just got the screws behind the lining, I might see if I can do two handles. But yeah, this is sagging like a dog, so yeah, time to remove. This is pretty easy so far. So you just got the two screws. There they got like a I'm not sure what size this was. See if we can adjust on there. If you can see a size on there. Anyway, it's one of these sort of star small screwdriver thing that goes on there, and then it just unclips, and then you got your big star ones on the quarters that hold the side skins on and stuff like that. So there's not much to it. Anyway, the other thing I found is this holds your window visor up there, or there should I say, and someone's obviously had this roof lining off at some stage, because there's like a hex one and a Phillips, so this one came off the other side. But I don't know why they just don't put all Phillips screws. They're much easier. Like, it's not like they're a specialty item that you don't want people to easily remove. It should be just all Phillips. So here's my complaint for today. So I've got the roof lining out on the FG XR6 look-alike ute. Well, I've got XR6 badges on it now. Okay, so this is the new roof lining. So I've got it on the other side. What I've done is this plastic sort of bracket that it pulls up onto. I grabbed the bracket off the other one, the donor ute, and did a mod. So if you look at, it's pretty much like that, because that also holds the sun visors with the two holes there. So what I've done is I've just cut just enough bracket so it holds, and I'm going to be just something different. I like doing things different, so if you don't like it, I'm sorry that you don't like it, but I like doing things different. If you like it, something different, you can always do things with your own vehicles to make them look different, or something just individual, yeah. So I cut off the other roof lining. The other roof lining was in bad condition, so this was my stencil. How perfect a stencil can you get when it's off another roof lining? So that's my cutout position as far as the cutout stencil for another courtesy light. So I've got the other courtesy light off the other one. That was in good condition still. It's just the actual roof lining. And I'm even thinking about putting another single. So more lighting. I like a lot of lighting in my cab when you're looking at stuff. Most of the time when you turn on lights in a car, it's not always easy to see in the interior. So that's going to go, once I cut that out, that's going to sit something like that next to it, like that. And it'll screw up to those 4 holes, and yeah, that's the starting point of another courtesy light. This is almost looking like the G6E look with the black and the cream. I don't mind the G6E look. It's more a bit more luxury, I think. So it's going to have, if it all works out, another light just near it. So I'm going to cut that out and fit it and see how she sits. Okay, so that's in now. I cut that out with the green line or green marker. That sits good. I've got to do some new glue because they have these like padded stuff. Yeah, I'm going to put some nice new glue there just to give it a bit of a refurb, but it's like a mini one. Never seen this done before either. Only crazy me does this sort of stuff. And I'll just flip out 1 second. Okay, so we're on the other side. That really looks good. Sits well, first and second. So extra lights. I don't know if I'm going to put another single. Should I? Shouldn't I? I'll think about it. But yeah, definitely interesting. So I think in the sedans they have one at the very front and one at the very center somewhere. So in a ute, yeah, bit extra lighting. I think I'll just leave it. I think I'll just leave the single in there. I think that's plenty of lights for the cab, I think. Anyway, that's done up to that stage. Okay, yes, I did install that extra small light. I had to. I wanted to do something even more crazy and have, well, if you combine them, there's 2 lights in that, 2 lights in that, and there's 2 lights that way. So it's 6 lights. And part of that plastic, that main bracket, I cut this round bit and I had already had the gap. So that gap must be somewhere. Oh, that gap is what you'd normally do with your shade visors, the sun visors at the front. I just cut it round and then put nut and bolt to give it a bracket, because these ones in the very back up the top of the roof, they actually got screw parts in to put these, or push in clips. So yeah, that's falling now. Anyway, so I've combined or joined the lead there, put it in. It would normally only have one single wire going through there. It's got 2, and excuse me, and that's where I've cut it off on the actual car. So I'm just going to extend the wires there and then join them in, and yeah, just really graft them onto the other wire so they all join together and light up at the same time. So 1 second. So I've just flipped that. So I just got to put the cover still on there. It's in the shed, but that cover's on. And then you got the other light, and then the other light. So it's sort of like, look from the edge. It's like that. So I'm going to have blue LED light and a red LED light, and these will be just the natural white lights. So just for it's going to just have a faint bluey reddy color through it, and yeah, something a little bit obviously different to what you'd see normally in a FG ute roof liner. But it's coming up very nice. It looks great. So yeah. Anyway, okay, the roof lining is all wired up. So I've joined all the wires, runs along there, and then out to the 3 wires, which is, it's like a faint green, faint blue, and a black negative. But yeah, it's good to see that it's all done. Now I'll flip it over and show the lighting up process. Okay, so they're connected to the battery now. So you can individually push down each of the lights if you want. Like when you're driving along, obviously you can, if you haven't got your interior light on, you can have just those individual lights on as you need. So if you're obviously, this is the driving side, so you could click and just have your driving side on if you wanted, as an example anyway. So that's a good result, everything works. So next will be the install. Okay, it's roof lining install day. So what I've done is, because there's no real plugs that I saw down the side to unhook this, probably have to unhook it at the actual lights itself, but I've just made quick click-in connectors for both. The insulation is done in the roof. It's great stuff, that. And yeah, I'm gonna put the roof lining in and see how we go. Okay, got the roof lining in. You can see the difference between the LED globe at the back from the standard. But that's just with the doors open, so that's your courtesy lights when you press to open your doors. But it looks good with the black and cream contrast. I'm very happy with that. Now I've got to just put all the side panels and yeah, just see where the wires are going as far as from that bottom loom. Also got a dash cam to run as well, so just got to see exactly what I still got to do, and then yeah, seal it all in. But that looks really good. I'm very happy with putting the extra lights into something different, but these are going to go blue and red at the back and just have these with the basic lights in them. So yeah, great result. So after the roof lining, I've put the corner window covers on and the seat belt area covers on. So it goes cream and black, so a lot like the G6E. It's a nice contrast actually, that colour. I like it anyway. So I've done both sides, covered them all up. It is looking, it's grouse putting the car back together. It's unreal, especially when it looks 1,000 times better than what it did before. So yeah, it's good.